All right, y'all. First things first, make sure you watch this video from beginning to end so you don't miss a single detail. Today, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Now, initially, I wanted to drop an action figure news video today, and this is still sort of going to be that, but we're going to be sticking to one particular topic. This time around, we're going to be talking about some Dragon Ball Daima, some controversies, and I'm also going to be getting into how you guys feel about the line, how I feel about the line, and the potential future of the Dragon Ball line in general, man. Because Dragon Ball collectors, they don't really seem like they're all that happy right now with what's going on. And of course, I know Bandai was really betting on Daima to be a very good selling point because it's Dragon Ball. You attach the IP of Dragon Ball to something, and for the most part, it sells. You usually don't have to worry about it. But this time, I think Bandai has come to a crossroads. And again, it's just something I do want to talk about, and I want to get you guys' opinions on it. So, you guys already know how these videos work. Go ahead and drop a like for your boy, as I would greatly appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, or you're new here, and let's get right into it. So, if you are a Dragon Ball SH Figuarts collector, then it is no secret to you at all that Tamashii Nations really has been giving the Dragon Ball Daima line everything that they've gotten. We just got the pre-order for the Super Saiyan 4 Kid Goku Mini, which I'm not going to get because $75 is too steep. For this, 3 inches of plastic, I don't feel like it's worth it. Then they did announce Glorio Ponzi Supreme Kai a little while ago. I don't think we've gotten any updates on those since then. But they did just randomly put up a pre-order for the adult Piccolo, which in my opinion looks really good. I hate the knees, but I've discussed Tamashii Nation's knees enough lately. I'm just going to leave that alone. And I thought that thing was going to sell out instantly because adult Piccolo, pretty dope expressions and accessories, and then he even comes with a soft goods cape. I thought that was going to be a home run for the Daima line, but it doesn't seem like it is. It's still up for pre-order everywhere that you look, so we'll see. Time will tell when that comes out, but all of what I just discussed is not what I'm here to discuss. So just the other day, Tamashii Nations showcased a display of even more Dragon Ball Daima figures that they are going to be adding to the line. And again, it just confirms that they really are planning on going all in with this line, because these aren't just announcements. These were actually showcased. And that's what I want to take the time to talk about today. We're going to get right into it. I'm going to break them down in increments. So let's go ahead and get started with the Super Saiyan Goku and really the Super Saiyan Vegeta. Now, 2 things I am going to discuss before I get to the Vegeta itself. Number 1 being Piccolo. I'm not going to talk about him. He's already out. You either have it or you don't. You either like it or you don't. So there's no reason to discuss that. The Goku, however, is where I feel like the Daima line reached that point to where it started to go downhill, because a lot of people really did like the base Goku minifigure, which was the very first of the line. But when it comes to this Super Saiyan Goku, they released it, or are releasing it, as a web exclusive, which that's the biggest downside right there. But the only difference is we're getting a new head sculpt, new faceplates, and the new faceplates don't even look good enough to warrant it being an exclusive. In fact, they look really bad, especially with the dark underlining of the eyes. It does not capture Super Saiyan Goku from Daima at all. It's just a bad looking figure. And then there's no extra added accessories to make it feel like it's worth picking up. This was where they should have thrown in the extended power pole, the effect for the power pole spinning, a Kamehameha, something. But this just doesn't feel like it's worth it. And I think this is where a lot of people were like, oh, I'm going to start passing. Now that leads me right into Vegeta. So when it comes to the Prince of All Saiyans, you can tell that the hair sculpt is definitely different than the original release, but for the most part, the body looks like it's going to be the same, which that leads me to believe that Vegeta is going to be a repeat of Goku. Now, in my opinion, the Super Saiyan Vegeta definitely looks better than the Super Saiyan Goku, but at the end of the day, this is just a prototype. I can't see what it's really going to be until it releases, but I'm afraid they're going to make the same mistake. If Goku Super Saiyan is an exclusive, why would Vegeta not be? Because most Vegeta figures are exclusives anyway, so that's what leads me to believe that they are indeed going to repeat that same mistake. And then I don't see any extra accessories they could throw in. Now, when it comes to the Super Saiyan 3 Daima Vegeta, I feel like they added the Gallic gun, a bunch of extra hands, the extra faceplates for Goku. Those alone make it worth it. Is it too pricey? I don't think so, but I'm sure some people probably do, because again, it's a very small figure, as this same Vegeta right here is going to be. So I could see a lot of people passing on this one as well. I might pick it up, but then I do feel like if I pick him up, I'm going to have to go back and get Goku. You can't have Super Saiyan Vegeta without Super Saiyan Goku. But that's one thing where, as a collector, you're either going to get both, or more than likely you're going to pass on both. I don't see somebody picking up one and not the other. And when it comes to forcing collectors to make a decision like that, you're really shooting yourself in the foot. So Vegeta, not entirely sure how this is going to go, but more than likely I'm going to get it. Now, next up, we do have Glorio and the Tagami. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about Glorio just because I've already kind of stated how I feel about it. Whether or not I'm going to pick it up, I'm not sure. It just depends on what all he comes with once the figure is fully solicited and we see the promo images, if that even happens. But yeah, not going to speak on him too much. I am, however, going to talk about the Tagami, which is one that I'm really excited for. And from what I've seen in the comment section on Tamashii Nation's page, it seems like most people feel the same as I do when it comes to these particular characters. They want the Tagami figures, I think because it's something new for the Dragon Ball line, and it is something that maybe people like myself feel like they can fudge into their collection with the adult Dragon Ball figures, if you collect those, the Daima versions, of course. But you might even be able to throw them in with your older collection, which is something else that I would do as well. Even if I didn't collect the Daima figures, I might pick these up to throw them in with a random Goku, a random Vegeta. They just look super duper cool, and I love the fact that I'm not the only one who's excited for these. Now, that being said, if these do happen, if Tamashii Nations puts these into production, I do think that they're going to be exclusives. I don't see them being any less than $65. Hopefully that doesn't push too many collectors away. But time will tell. Once again, I do want to know, for whoever's watching this video, are you someone who would pick up the Tagami figures? Again, I definitely would. I hope they make all three. I would personally enjoy them. Now, next up, we have Majin Do and Majin Cou. Two figures that I feel like personally should be sold as a set, because this is another set of characters that I feel like you can't have one without the other, man. I would 1000% be picking these up. Like, I'm just being real with you guys. I know some people don't like these two characters, but this is one where I feel like you either love it or you hate it. And for the most part, the comments I've seen, people love these two, man. They are quirky, they're wacky, they're powerful, they're funny, they're lighthearted characters, and for me, they were a joy to watch when they were on screen, man. I really love these two, so I don't have a lot to say about these, man. If they do make these two figures, I am 1,000,000% going to be picking them up. So I don't care whether they're exclusives or not. Again, I do feel like they probably would be. I expect the fat one, I think he's due. I expect due to be a little bit more than Cou. Due will probably be another 65, 70. Cou, the one that looks like the Cyberman. Again, I don't know which is which. I always forget. The smaller one, I don't think he should be more than $60, man. I really don't think that he should. Personally, I think that it should be between 45 to about 55. We'll just have to see. Sadly, I don't think I'm going to be right on that, but I do think that they're going to be exclusive. So, yeah, we'll see. Just like I asked last time, if these do get solicited, do you guys plan on picking these up, or is this another set that you would be passing on? Now, last but not least, we have King Gomah with the third eye attached.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man.
I'm gonna go ahead and keep it real with you guys, man. This right here, first of all, I just want to say this. This is not he, bro. This is not he, bro. This was probably people's biggest issue with Dragon Ball Daima. It was this guy. He just didn't really feel like a worthy final villain. Now, that being said, this right here was probably the most Toriyama of Dragon Ball Daima. Like, we know he created this with excitement, which is exactly why I'm going to respect it. But at the end of the day, this guy is no Cell. This guy is no Frieza. This guy is no Majin Buu. This guy is no Hit. This guy is no Goku Black. This guy is no Jiren, even though 90% of his design, other than the head, is Jiren. I feel like most people probably felt the exact same way as I did when they saw this prototype on display.
We do not care.
Now, if I'm just being real with you guys, a lot of people didn't even pick up the original King Gomah figure, mostly because, like myself, they thought that it was way overpriced. And with him being such a lackluster villain, it doesn't really raise any reason for you to want to pick it up. There's just nothing appealing about this character to most diehard Dragon Ball fans. Now, if you are someone who likes this guy, then by all means, I'm not going to say that he's a horrible character or that you shouldn't like him. But when it comes to modern day Dragon Ball, people are constantly comparing it to what they grew up with, and something like this was just not what we would have saw in Dragon Ball Z and been like, oh man, the nostalgia factor is just as high as it was whenever we saw Gohan clashing with Cell, or basically anything of that nature, man. The stakes in Dragon Ball Daima were not the same, and I think that's why a lot of people don't really gravitate towards this guy. To be honest, I would have much rather the main villain have been the woman who wanted to control the demon realm, and she created Majin Do and Majin Cou to do so. I would have much rather she gotten the third eye and been the main villain. But it didn't happen, so it is what it is. But when it comes to this figure, basically all I'm saying is I don't see this one selling. And I have a few reasons I think so. Now, the original King Gomah figure is $75, which is just, again, absurd. This guy looks like he's going to be at least 8 or 9 inches, which is still going to be completely under scale to what he is in the anime. But if he's an 8 or 9 inch figure, the original being 75 and an exclusive, obviously this one's going to be an exclusive, and I don't see it being less than $90 to $110. And who is going to pay $110 for King Gomah? Now, with as much as Tamashii Nations was promoting the original King Gomah figure, I highly doubt that thing sold any figures at all. So I'm really not expecting this guy to do it. But that being said, if you are planning on picking this up, I do want to know, is this a figure you plan on grabbing? Or are you going to be like myself? Is this one that you're going to completely bypass? As always, let me know in the comment section. Now, at this point, I feel like it's only a few characters that need to be shown off before we have basically gotten everything that we need to complete the core characters of Dragon Ball Daima. Of course, that's going to be Arinsu, Neva, the Namek, Dogetsu, Bulma, and then an adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku. If we get all of these, we've basically completed everything that we need with Dragon Ball Daima. Now, given they release everything that we've showcased today, then we will have completed it. But there's a few of these figures I don't see coming out, man. Sadly, I don't think we're going to get the Super Saiyan Vegeta because I highly doubt Goku sold. I really don't see Boo and Cou coming, or Do and Cou coming. I would love to get my hands on those, but I don't think it's going to happen. I hate to say it, I do think we're going to get the full power third eye King Gomah. In my opinion, that figure is probably going to be a big flop, but time will tell. Now, that being said, are there any characters that I missed? And are you guys feeling this line? Are you not feeling this line? Are you happy about this? Do you wish it would end? I want thoughts and opinions on everything that we discussed today. That's pretty much what this video was for. It's a discussion video. I want to know how you guys are feeling about Dragon Ball Daima SH Figuarts right now. So yeah, go ahead and spam the comments below. Say whatever it is on your mind. Now, for the time being, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, as that always helps me out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you hit that bell icon so you're notified whenever I upload new content. And last but not least, follow me on everything you see listed in the description below to keep up with my activity outside of YouTube. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe wherever you are, and bye.